I was having some kind of ridiculous dream. I hate that I can't remember my dreams anymore. I remember this dream was ridiculous, but that's all I remember about it. It sucks.
You remember some of your dreams. You remember your D&D dream.
Yeah, that's true. That one was good too. That was a good dream. That helped me. This one though, whatever it was, is gone out of my brain now. Some people have like a little fucking journal next to their bed and they get up as soon as they can and write down what their dream was. That might be kind of interesting.
I just have so many boring dreams where it's like this warped perception of my job.
Yeah.
Just continue doing my job into my sleep.
Yep.
Have you ever gotten that like panic where you think something happened at your job and your dream and you wake up, it's like, oh shit.
Yep. Dude, most especially when I used to work for the school district.
Yeah.
That job stressed me the fuck out. I used
Something horrible happened that you forgot about or whatever.
Yeah. I used to dream about like my queue being like 200 help desk tickets. And I used to dream, I had this like recurring kind of dream. It was always a little different, but I would have this huge help desk queue. And I would like go around all day in my dream but never get anything done. Like every time I try to get something done, I'd get like distracted by a teacher that wanted to talk to me, or I get pulled aside to do something else. And every time I try to go get even one thing taken off my list, I would be somehow prevented from doing it. And then I used to wake up from those dreams all the time and go like, oh my God, no. And I'd go and look at my help desk. Oh, thank goodness. It's only at like 30 or 40. Yeah. Stress dreams. Work-related stress dreams. That is one thing I'll tell you about this job is like, I don't dream about it. Isn't that weird? This job can be incredibly stressful. Even more so than other jobs that I've had because of, my level of responsibility is higher, right? Like at my school job, I knew exactly what I had to do. And everybody else had to do their thing to keep things running. And that wasn't on me. Now it's on me, And so there's a different level of stress with this type of job. But I don't dream about it. Like, I don't dream about the job at all. I can't remember one time where I've dreamed that even back in DP days, I didn't dream about being on the show. I don't dream about this show. I don't have like stress dreams, I guess. Like, I don't have the dream where it's like, oh my God, I'm supposed to have a show done for today, but I didn't do it. Like, I've never had that dream. It's weird.
I have that dream.
Yeah. Maybe so. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
That would be like an interesting study, asking how many people dream about their jobs and who does it more.
Yeah. Stress dream study. Which job produces the most stress dreams? Look at this. 5 minutes in, and there's 42 people here. It's got to be YouTube fuckery.
Remember, guys, only turn on notifications for Highdeology, nothing else.
Dude, I'm thinking about moving the show to the Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Yep. Just to see. Get the Poltergeist like monetized and shit, and just see if it's like this channel is just fucked.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's probably only demonetized because you left it inactive for so long, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look. I didn't get my notification until 2 minutes in. They're rolling slow today. Clearly. Clearly. Got the notification, but it didn't vibrate. It didn't vibrate?
I hate that.
Turn on the vibrator. Turn on the vibrator and vibrate yourself. Vibration gives people anxiety. Bro, yes. I know. Phones in general give me anxiety. I have had my phone. I'm trying to think. When did we get the company phones? Gotta be 3 years now or more. I've never set up my voicemail box. I don't want voicemails from your ass. I do not like my phone going on. I do not like my phone going off. I don't like it buzzing. I don't like it beeping. I don't like it blinging. I don't like it reminding me that it exists. And it does. It gives me anxiety.
I've got to teach you how to turn off some of your notifications because it helped me a lot to like turn off all the social media shit.
Yeah, you got to help me with that. Getting the buzzes for every little thing, and it's just like, oh, okay, it's fine. It's just okay, it's just a fucking guy going live on Twitch. Okay.
You don't need those notifications.
That's like a holdover from like my job, my last job.
Yeah.
Because what happened was I was told very early on, whatever you do, don't give your phone number to a fucking teacher. Mm-hmm. Somehow my phone number got out into the fucking wild. I didn't give it to a fucking teacher. I started getting phone calls from teachers, and every time I'd get a phone call, I would ask them, like, who told you this number? Who gave you my personal phone number so that you could call me? You realize nobody ever fucking fessed up to it. But there was a certain point where it's just like, I don't know, like a good 10 teachers at every site had my phone number. My phone was blowing up all hours of the day.
I don't know, it might have been like on a public record somewhere or something.
Maybe.
Someone was digging around the file cabinets, like, oh, there it is.
Yep. That's as easy as it could be. Or some temp at the fucking district office, somebody called asking for me and gave, because they have my phone number at the DO, obviously, my boss and everything. So maybe they had like a temp lady doing the fucking phones over there one day, and some teacher called asking for me and they gave out my number, or whatever it was. One person got my number and it turned on bloop, 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 and it kept going and going and going until, I was just like, I was like a slave to two devices, my phone and my laptop. And I couldn't be more than like 20 feet from one of them without feeling crushing anxiety that I was missing something. Yeah, that job was a fucking nightmare. I can't even imagine the poor bastards that are still doing that job.
I don't know, especially with like the work from home thing.
Who knows? Well, that's the thing. Is like during the pandemic, I don't know how. I don't know how they kept employing those people if you can't be at the school site, because they closed the sites.
I mean, there's still network problems and shit, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you have to be at the site to fix a lot of that shit. You got to be in classrooms to fix a lot of that shit. And from my understanding, at least here in California, they closed the sites. You're not allowed to be on campus. Now the kids get laptops themselves, I know. That was rolling out right when I quit. The, what you call it? What are they called? The Chromebooks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer Chromebooks over giving kids iPads.
I agree. I mean, you could get like 3 Chromebooks for the price of an iPad. That's number one. That's what makes it good. They had iPads at the junior high level. They did iPad carts, and that was a nightmare.
They can't learn to type on an iPad.
Right. The Chromebook carts were an absolute fucking debacle. Just a total debacle. When we were brought this plan from the school board to institute all these fucking Chromebooks and shit, we told them there's no way you can add 2,000 network devices to this network. It's a 1999 Cat 2 shitty fucking network. Like, we need to, if you want to spend some money this year, spend some money upgrading every school site's fucking network capabilities. Go get all the Cat 1 and Cat 2 ripped out of the walls. Replace all the fucking dummy switches with dummy hubs with switches. Like, upgrade the network. Didn't want to do it. Wanted to keep adding network devices to an overtaxed network and then bitch at us when shit didn't work. It's like, okay.
It was pretty weird. Like, all the students got that like sales meeting at my school for Chromebooks.
Oh, really?
Google come and do like a whole assembly over it.
A dog and pony show. That's what we used to call those. I used to have to go to those like once a month. Apple was our dog and pony show because we were in Apple district. So they would come in and show us all the new Apple shit. Surface laptops are good too. My job gave us some, and it's good. Yeah, I had a Surface. I still do. I broke it. That broke the surface of the Surface. Traveling around, but I had one of the early Microsoft Surfaces, and it was a pretty good little machine. I imagine they've probably gotten better, but you Paul heard about Chris Chan yet? Yep, talked about it last night. No need to be the town crier. Extra, extra, read all about it. Have you heard the thing that everybody on the internet has heard? Extra, extra, Chris Chan has sex with demented mother. Extra, 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 read all about it. Fucking town criers. I hate the town crier.
Trending on Twitter, it's a pretty good chance I've heard about it.
Pretty good. Yes. My dad had a Commodore 64 128. It was actually, it started as a Commodore 64, and then he did the at-home solder-based upgrade to a 128 bytes of memory. There's a new laptop called the Framework that is upgradable and user fixable. Can even change out what ports you have on it. I get the feeling that that type of thing is going to be the future of technology.
They passed something called like right to repair. They're gonna try forcing companies to. Watch out.
It ain't gonna get him.
They passed a law like trying to get tech companies to make sure their phones and shit are openable so that you can put in third-party batteries and shit.
Yeah. They've got like an open source phone too that's like that, where everything on it is cheap and easy to fucking replace and stuff. I really think that modular technology like that is going to be the future of technology, if there's a future at all for people. This idea that you use something for a couple of years and then it gets thrown away, it's pretty ridiculous in a world where everything's finite.
You own your phone, but you can't open it.
Yeah, ridiculous. D, what are you doing?
You coming close to me because you want to go in?
I want to go inside. How are computers dying? Well, I mean, take a look right now at the part shortage for computers, right? So it's hard to get GPUs. This is one of the reasons, right? People buy up the parts for fucking computers, and then you can't upgrade your old computer, and you're forced to buy a new pre-made computer. This type of part shortage and shit, and this disposability shit, it's got to end. Like, it's got to end somewhere. At some point, there's not going to be enough shit on the planet to continue making new shit. Collapse. Collapse. Somebody's getting fucked. Somebody's getting fucked. Get fucked. Somebody's getting fucked.
I'm sorry I made weak coffee today.
Doesn't taste weak to me. What are you apologizing for? I made coffee. Now that we know that the vaccines don't actually keep you from harboring and spreading COVID, do you believe that there should be a vaccine mandate? You spread it either way, up to you if you want it. Huh?
There's no evidence that it provides no protection from spreading.
Yeah.
They're just being precautionary.
True.
Mainly because unvaccinated people, like the vaccinated don't have to wear masks in the beginning did horribly because unvaccinated people just also took off their masks.
Right.
So now everyone has to do it again because they realized how fucking dumb it was.
We're approaching the same level of hospitalizations and active COVID cases in America that we had this time last year. We're almost
even
there.
In February, we were like the biggest spike. So.
Yep, we're almost there. We're almost back at the place we were at a year ago. Talk about spinning your shit in the mud. Talk about literally fucking just sitting and fucking spending the gas of your nation to spin your fucking tires in the mud. It's right back to where it was. Less than 1% of vaccinated people have gotten the virus. Yeah, but our vaccine rates stalled out at like, what was it?
Like 50% or something.
I don't even think we made 50. I think it was just below 50%. If I remember. 48%, 47% nationwide.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of like the people that got the first shot. A lot of people didn't get the second shot.
We're talking fully vaccinated people. Something like 47%. So it's nowhere near enough. It's nowhere near. Never made it over the hump. Never tried. Too busy telling fucking fairy tales to people about how everything was going to go back to normal. LA County instituted a mask mandate last week, the day after we left, or the day before, or a couple of days before we left over there.
No, not before you left, like before you got there.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Before you guys landed in LA, it was like mask mandate.
Yep. So, as goes LA, so goes the fucking state. I have a feeling that an indoor mask mandate for fucking California is on the way. The funny thing about that is that Gavin Newsom is under recall. And one of the reasons he's under recall is because people in California don't like the way that he handled the pandemic. And so it is going to be a politically suicidal maneuver for him to try and institute another fucking recall.
Or mask mandate.
Yeah, mask mandate. And so, will he do it? That's the question. I think the answer is no until it's absolutely necessary. Like there's no beds left in California.
Well, at least he could do is like go on TV wearing a mask or something. That'd be a good like middle ground, I guess.
Something. None of these fuckers are doing it though.
Yeah.
Like fucking AOC was tweeting and shit yesterday out in front of the Capitol with a group of people who were protesting Congress letting out or whatever early without dealing with this fucking eviction crisis that's looming. Not a mask among them. Zero masks.
Like, yeah, they're all vaccinated, but you gotta set an example as a politician.
That's not supposed to matter. I can't go into like a place where there's mask mandates and go like, oh, I'm vaccinated. So people are mad at him for instituting mask mandates. They're mad at him for the way that it was handled.
And his like double standards for himself.
Exactly.
They caught him having a big dinner party or whatever.
Yep. Bunch of California politicians were all in favor of the lockdowns, but were caught going out and doing things that we weren't allowed to do. Remember Nancy Pelosi's hair appointment? Where her favorite hair salon in her home district was closed, but she wanted to get her hair done. So she just walked in. No mask, no bullshit, and just got her hair done. So yeah, that's why people don't like him. People don't like him because he locked the state down, and then he and his rich buddies just pretended that the state wasn't locked down. They used it as an impetus to party while the rest of us fucking sat at home. And he was late doing it. So yeah, that's why he's getting recalled. A lot of people, I remember a few months ago, I was talking about Gavin Newsom and California politics and stuff. And I remember I got some shit from people who, like, after I said, because somebody was like, do you think Gavin Newsom will be recalled? I was like, yes. I don't know that he'll actually be fully recalled and lose, but he will be. The recall process will start. And I had a bunch of people going like, Paul, pretending like he knows what's going on. Look at these numbers for recall, blah, blah, blah. They were so low. You know, they were like at like 25% at that point or something because the mask mandates had just ended. And I was like, dude, you whatever. You don't understand California. There's an opportunity to recall a fucking governor that a bunch of people on both sides don't like. They're going to take it. And sure enough, as the fucking time drew nearer, those numbers just kept going like, and now he's getting recalled.
And of course, the people that want the recall are going to vote more than the people that don't want it.
Of course. It's the way it always works. It's just, you know. The future looks scary, you think? Cart flavor? I don't know. It just tastes fresh. These are Cali Clears. These are the best carts I've ever had in my entire life. These here. This exact cart here. Best cart I've ever had in my life. They're made by whatever the company that makes them is called Cali Clear. And they're just like clean. You know, not unflavored as far as I can tell. Oh, tons of that happened in America during the lockdowns. Tons of politicians, public figures, and celebrities were caught just flaunting openly the fucking rules that everybody else was expected to live by. Hell, people fucking did it. Like, non-celebrities fucking did it. I mean, there were people here in California that just utterly refused to abide by the mandate. Throwing parties. There was in my little hometown, there was a giant super spreader event at the start of the lockdowns where somebody had a big ass wedding where a bunch of people were driving in from other states to come to. And the hall that they had rented to do the wedding in was not allowed to let them have it. And so they just had a giant fucking wedding with like people from 13 other states chilling in somebody's backyard. Well, that ended up, everybody at that fucking party ended up with COVID. And that ended up starting the outbreak in my little town that I was born in. Not in Louisiana, in California. This is where my mom still lives. And that's how it started. One big ass family decided, like, fuck that, we're having a wedding anyway. And then the whole town was on fire with COVID.
Married responsibly.
Yeah. We got married in a fucking Justice of the Peace ceremony where it was only that one other person there, and that person was wearing a mask the whole time.
Yeah, we took our masks off for like a second to kiss, but we were like 10 feet away from her or something.
Yep. We got to lift up our masks to get to smooch. And then we were ushered out of the building with our certificate. See ya.
Like we thought, oh yeah, maybe we'll have a wedding eventually. Not yet.
It's just like, dude,
like 2 years before.
we just started to talk about it again. when the mandates started to lift and the numbers started to go down, and it looked like people were going to at least get fucking vaccinated to the point where we got this under check, you and I started talking about, okay, let's start planning out what we want to do. Maybe. Nope, not yet. Not until this shit gets fucking handled.
It looks like a point blank.
Oh, another one. These salt guns actually work? Yeah.
The cockroach we did last night, he did about like 8 shots, but
Yeah, he took a few. But he died.
yeah, he's still there.
His salt-riddled corpse is still laying right there. I'm surprised, like, all seasoned up as he is, I'm surprised a frog didn't come up and get him.
Maybe the frog shouldn't have if he was all that salty though.
I don't know, man. That's like it's like a fucking treat. Show us the body. There he is. There's what's left of his salt-blasted corpse. Yeah, these big roaches we get out here are these wood roaches. Nasty fucks. Take that, you filthy animal. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Uh-huh. What are you doing down there, buddy? The one I killed here was stunned down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can't work 100% of the time.
No, he was just, well, he definitely wasn't going to be flying anymore, but he needed to be put out of his misery. I couldn't aim.
Yeah, dude, you need to get a sponsorship from Bug Assault.
Fuck yes. Bug Assault changed my life. I was a major depressive case. Then I got my Bug Assault. Now I have a reason to live again. Thanks, Bug Assault. Thanks a lot, Bug Assault. You want to be bug blasted? All right, buddy. I'll bug blast you. How many shots do you get? I mean, I don't know. I haven't ran it dry yet. I can tell you, like, that fill that I just gave you, that I just did there, will probably be like 20 shots at least, if not more. It doesn't use a whole lot of salt per shot. It uses a little bitty salt. Incendiary salt ammo? That'd be pretty cool. You can get like a laser sight for these. I haven't done it. I'm thinking about it though. I'm thinking about tricking this motherfucker out. How do you fill it? Right there at the top. See, the salt's in there. And it's got like a little thing that sucks the salt in when I fire it. Loads right. Would it take sand or would that ruin it? I have a feeling it's more about like the fineness than anything. I wouldn't throw sand in mine because I don't want to void my warranty, but you could try it. Yeah, I would guess that if it was too fine, it would probably gum up the works, and if it was too coarse, it would probably grind up the works.
It's also a
So
lot heavier than salt.
yeah, that's true.
It's not as
Salt,
pure.
yep. Salt comes in a certain fucking granular form that's predictable, and so this thing is made to use table salt. And I have a feeling if you changed that grain, you could fuck up your gun probably. But I mean, table salt like this is like
$2 or something.
$2, yeah. And like this will, you could kill a billion flies with this if you bought one. Just like we bought this one basically just for the gun, so that I could have one out here. Yeah, you don't need like special salt. Like that's one of the things they try and get you with on their website is they've got their Bug Assault $13 things of salt with the Bug Assault logo on it. It's like $1.40 or some shit for that salt. Just get it. But yeah, they sell like a laser sight upgrade kit for it. And they sell a couple other things. I don't think I'm out of sync for anybody else, bro. I think that's probably just you. Do me a favor, if you ever have a technical problem here, rather than posting about it in the fucking chat, which gives me fucking flashbacks to my shitty job where I had to help people who couldn't help themselves all day, could you at the very least try like restarting your app that you're watching me on, or reloading the stream or something? That would be fucking grand. It would be really grand if I didn't have to have fucking flashbacks of horrible fucking jobs that I used to have by having people give me their fucking tech support problems in the chat like I can fix them for you. Sometimes YouTube goes out of sync for a second. Sometimes restarting it can help. Sometimes turning the stream quality down or up can help. Yeah. Restart the app, restart the browser that you're watching me in. All of those things can fix it. That's really all I can do. So don't ask me about it. Don't post it in my chat. I don't want to hear it. I'm not your tech support guy here. Nobody's tech support now. Well, that's not true. I'm my show's tech support now, but that's okay. I can do that. It's as bad as people asking questions they could just Google. I know. It's one of those things. People like it's I don't know what it is. I think a lot of it is probably trolling. I think a lot of it is probably like just learned helplessness that we've talked about here before. People are so used to having their hands held on every little thing that they come in here and it's just an extension for them. Just like an extension of their real life. It was about $45 here, I think, all told. Maybe a little less, like 40. It's not an airsoft gun, it's a salt soft gun. It's probably built just like an airsoft gun. I don't really know anything about airsoft. It fires salt, and I shoot bugs with it. Yes, the point of it is to shoot flies. And since I got it, the amount of flies that come here to pester me have almost all but disappeared. You guys have seen me kill 1 or 2 today. 3, go look at the fucking streams from last week. Go look at any daytime stream from last week and watch how often I'm like, fucking flies, get out of here, you motherfuckers. Like, I have effectively reduced the fly population in my little localized area with this thing. There's less of them in the morning because they're not breeding over here anymore. I'm killing them before they can fuck. So there's less of them here in my localized area, and the ones that do wander in, they fucking die. Like, inside of the fucking packaging for this thing, it said, you should make yourself some targets. I'm just like, fuck that, dude. I'm in a target-rich environment. The first few shots I took, I missed, and now I don't miss. Now I'm a fucking, I'm like a laser. Just, I can do it one-handed. I can do it like this. This is one of my favorite ways to steady it up. When I got like a distant one that I'm trying to line up. Yeah. That's the one. But yeah, now I just kind of stay on patrol. Keep my head on a swivel. I look for signs of fucking flies, and then I wait for one to land, and it's dead. Once it lands, it doesn't take off again. It says make a target, dude. It says to make little tinfoil targets and set them up so you can see whether you're hitting them or not, you know? Gotta get a bead on it. They'd have a stock for it. They have one that has a stock on it, but I don't really think it's necessary, to be honest with you. But they do have one that's got like a shoulder stock on it, if that's how you would prefer. For me, nah. I don't need any extra weight on the fucking thing. It's not salt pellets, it just fires salt. It fires it's like a shotgun.
Bird shot.
Yep. Just fires a blast of salt. Yep. Standard table salt inside. There's no pellets or anything like that. Pretty dope. See, I had one just land on my fucking cup. An intrepid explorer has arrived. Go ahead and land on my table. Land anywhere on the table, bro. Land on that chair over there. I can get you there too. Someone visually impaired. The idea of someone having eyes good enough to shoot bugs. No, I don't shoot them out of the air. I wait till they land. I still haven't hit one in air yet, so my eyes are not that good.
The iron sights.
Yeah. But I wait for them to land, and then I hit them. Yeah, you can get a laser, yeah, I know. Got a bug zapper hanging right there, my friend. Like right there.
Doesn't work very well during the day.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to draw bugs to it during the day, but at night, it's really good. It gets a lot of mosquitoes and bullshit at night. Like I looked at it last night when I walked out of here before I turned the light on, and I could see like not like hundreds, but like probably like a couple dozen mosquitoes just like buzzing around it. Zzz, zzz. It's like, yeah. Dude, I had to. Bugs were unwilling to respect the sanctity of my fucking porch. They were bothering my wife. They were bothering me. And now they don't. Now they know better. Yeah, I did hear I remember briefly reading about the 4-day work week in Iceland recently. It's awesome. Like that sort of thing needs to happen worldwide. This idea that you spend such a fucking vast portion of your life working just in order to have a roof over your head for a day a week or something is fucking ridiculous. But you know how Iceland got the 4-day work week? Labor participation. Period. I'm pretty sure that Iceland didn't have to strike for it, but it was labor participation that allowed it. 100%. Do you think AOC is a sellout? Yes.
It's like they're trying to act like, oh, they wrote a letter to Biden back in June. It's like, what the fuck is a letter gonna do? They should have held up every single vote that Democrats needed them to vote on until it was done.
Yep.
A single bill shouldn't have passed.
Nothing comes through without fucking rent forgiveness, Medicare for all, and a new federal minimum wage of $15 or more. You meet us on those 3 things and we'll pass every goddamn bill that comes in front of us. You fucking take out these things or don't even attempt to put 1 or 2 of them in a bill, fuck off, you ain't passing it.
Or, yeah, like the amount of like bills where every Democrat voted yes. It's like there should have been like, what is there like 8 people in the squad or something?
7 or 8, yeah.
All
I mean, it
those
grew
should've been
by,
no's.
so it's like 9 now.
Yeah.
But yeah, 8 or 9 votes. It's a slim margin House. There's a 2-vote margin in the House right now.
I think it's only 1, honestly.
Is it?
Yeah.
Even better. Even better. They're in the catbird seat when it comes to being able to fucking exert political pressure, and they haven't done it once. What have they done, though? Performative bullshit. Like yesterday. They were too busy doing a social media post, and the House adjourned. And they heard it was going to happen, and the story is fucking AOC and Cory Bush took off running for the House chambers, but they just didn't get there in time. Cory Bush did some photo ops out in front of the House last night. I'm going to sleep out here because we got work to do. It's like, you dumb fucks. You guys have had months to deal with this. You knew for months that this shit was coming. You're trying to act like you had to sprint for the fucking House chamber on the day you knew that the House was going on vacation? And that's when you sprang into action? Starting to sound like a fucking political stunt and not activism to me. Yeah, sold out.
They went looking for like House votes and shit. It's like, has there been any resistance to a single Democrat bill? No.
CDC says 74% of people infected in Massachusetts COVID outbreak were fully vaccinated. What the fuck? I don't know.
You don't have a profile.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. No PFP. Fucking possible misinformation. Get the fuck out. what really gets my fucking dander up, what really gets my goat, what really grinds my gears is that people who called Force the Vote performative will clap like fucking circus seals for this performative shit like AOC's doing now. Oh yes, Queen, way to stand up for us. It's so good to have an activist in Congress. It's like, what? Where have you been for the last year when she's done nothing? There's just no, it's about personalities and not policy anymore. And that's just what it comes down to. There's that clip of AOC that's come back to haunt her about how it's like one of her campaign things. And she talks about all this stuff, Medicare for all, $15 minimum wage, and end to police brutality. These are not things that would take us 100 years to solve. We can solve them now in this Congress. All it takes is political courage. Straight from the horse's mouth. Yet she's done fuck and all. It's a direct quote, by the way. All it takes is political courage. All it takes is the courage to stand up and do what's right. And I fucking couldn't agree more. It's probably the most agreeable thing that AOC has ever said, in my opinion. I wish she'd go ahead and follow that fucking lead. I like that AOC. That AOC is based. Unfortunately, that AOC was an act to get the real AOC in, who really just wants to be the next Mama Bear.
Yeah, I still see people like 8 months. That's still not enough time for Biden to meet his promises.
It'll be fucking. They'll be saying that like when it starts closing out on 2022. They'll say, oh, Biden's got bigger things to worry about. We've got to hold the Congress. And then after 2022, when 2024 rolls around, they'll talk about like, only one term is not enough time to get the massive things that Biden needs to get done. We need to give him the time. Don't change horses midstream. 120 days. Need more time. Undercover liberals.
I think
they're not under very much cover. They're not very good spies if that's the case. They just seem like liberals to me, bro. I'm sorry, Slain Hope. I disagree. Personal conviction and courage is desperately needed in politics. If you look at the past, if you look at people that have been fucking politically successful in the past, good example me and Amelia just watched. Fucking Lyndon Johnson, in the wake of the assassination of John F. Kennedy, managed to get the Civil Rights Bill passed. Absolutely fundamentally lost the South for the Democrats until today. Turned the South into a fucking Republican stronghold, but he got it done. He got his foot in the door by negotiating with all of the people involved, the Republicans, the Democrats, the civil rights leaders, getting them all in the fucking room with him and using his political acumen to get them on point. And it took courage for him to do it. Now, I'm not fucking trumpeting Lyndon B. Johnson. He was kind of a shitty president overall. But there's no taking away that the fucking Civil Rights Act was him. He was the one that made that happen. He and a few fucking people that were loyal to him had the political courage to stand up and say something that was pretty unpopular overall.
Especially among his own party. It's fucking some of his longest friends. He
Yep.
opposed them.
He's a Texas Democrat, so he comes out of this rich tradition of blue dog democracy in the South, and he basically lost all of those people in order to get it done. You know, you look at it, like, you can look at all kinds of examples of this. Look at the political skullduggery that went on to get the fucking slavery, to get slavery fucking outlawed in America. Talking about like outside operatives fucking leaning on Congress people, making promises that they don't necessarily intend to keep. Out there fucking getting votes. When you say him and civil rights leaders, yeah, he worked with the civil rights leaders, but make no bones about it, it was his influence that got it through the fucking Congress. Period. Civil rights leaders could not exert the pressure needed. They needed somebody within the fucking system to have the courage to stand up for them. And they didn't get everything they wanted. That first civil rights bill didn't include fucking, what was it?
Voting rights.
Voting rights. Right? And that was the big fucking bugaboo for a lot of civil rights leaders, was like, nope, 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 nope. He pushed it through anyway.
And the voting rights bill did come later.
Right. As an addendum to the Civil Rights Act.
He kept that promise at the very least.
So it's just like, I don't think he personally kept it, but it came down the line, you know what I mean? This is how shit gets done in America. Piecemeal, with courage. People exerting leverage and pressure and political acumen, having the ability to walk into a group of a group of people with immense power and project that power to them and convince them. That's part of being an effective politician. And AOC cannot do it. She can't do it. It's been proven time and time again, she's not an effective politician. She doesn't convince a fucking person of anything. She doesn't stand on principle. She has no intention of doing any of the things she promised people she was going to do. She's not effective. She's one of the people that an activist or a true fucking politician with political acumen and courage needs to convince. She's one of the fish in the barrel. So we need somebody to come along and not only convince the fucking shit libs in the party, we need them to convince the squad as well. Because the squad ain't doing it. Of course she only cares about her fucking career. She became a celebrity overnight. Literal international fucking celebrity. Worshipped for nothing. Just worshipped for her youth. Of course. You get a taste of that and you're going to risk it? You're going to risk your political career to stand up for the people that fucking elected you and everybody else in the country besides? Fuck no. That takes political courage. That takes the courage to know that there might be blowback if you're on the right side of history. Oftentimes there is. Oftentimes people that are on the right side of history find themselves in immense bad light during their time. It's not until later that they're recognized for the fucking trailblazers that they were. That's called courage. It's called political courage and personal courage. I've seen none of that.
Do you think she's kind of enshrined herself to just keep getting reelected? Do you think she got to that point, like with the Pelosi's and shit like that?
She's established. She's definitely in a better spot than most of the other members of the squad. She's a fucking international celebrity, and she's shown willingness to go along with the party. She's DNC back now. They're gonna have her ass. They're gonna have her back. Anybody tries to primary her, she's gonna have more money. Land, you fuck. Land, you buzzing fuck. I see you swooping around. Take yourself a nice little rest. See what happens. Yeah, I've listened to Run the Jewels. And I'll stop with the fucking off-topic, apropos of nothing questions. We're not gonna stop talking about what we're talking about and talk about Run the Jewels, bro. Yes, I've heard the Killer Mike LP collaboration. Yeah, I like it. It's good. You think AOC will be primaried? Eventually, I think that somebody will probably primary her. Yeah.
But probably more likely is that she gets voted out with a Republican.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. 2022, my prediction for 2022 is that it's going to be a fucking slaughterhouse for the Democrats. They're going to lose their slim margin. Okay. All right, buddy. Go ahead and land. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
Okay, don't worry about it. He's coming back.
He was on my coffee cup.
Put the coffee cup down. Get all around the table, buddy.
Don't go my hand. What are you doing? He's trying to avoid it by being on me.
You bastard. Oh, this one's going to get the pellets. Land.
It's like, you won't shoot your own wife. So.
It's true. You know. You know I won't risk blasting her with the salt gun.
Alright, my cup's empty. Go right ahead.
Missed him. He flew away. Fucker. I tried to line that one up too fast. I was too mad. I let the anger get at me, bothering my wife. Gotta be cool and calm. Gotta be cool and calm and collected. Gotta be ready for anything. What amount of anti-leftist action from AOC will be enough for people to realize she's not on the side of leftists? Sometimes some people won't. Neoliberals don't care about actual policy and action. Neoliberals care about virtue signaling and they care about the personality politics. And she's great at that. She's a great Twitter personality, and that's really what a lot of neolibs want. They want somebody out there talking the talk and then making excuses for why they can't walk the walk. And they will say things like, oh, what's she supposed to do? She just one congressperson. She can't fucking make things happen, blah, 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 blah. And these are people that have no fucking clue. God damn. I'm gonna get one. Got a pair. We got a pair of aces here. They sent their red barons in to fucking dun 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 dun. I got anti-aircraft weapons going off. Dun 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 dun. Dude, the day that I do that and I see one of them fall out of the sky, I'm gonna cheer like you. You're never gonna hear anything like that ever again out of me. Because it's gonna happen. One of these days, I'm gonna line it up perfectly, and I'm gonna knock one of these fucks right out of the sky. Comfortable enough to now take shots at them in the sky. Just a matter of time before I get one. Yep. I learned to lead your targets from Full Metal Jacket. One of my favorite scenes. Private Joker with the press corps is on an Apache attack helicopter with a Vietnam soldier. And the guy's just literally shooting at people in the rice paddies. And he says, how do you do it? The guy says, pulls his thing off. He says, what? He says, how do you do it? How do I do what? How do you kill women and children? And he looks at the guy and laughs and he says, that's easy. You just don't lead them so much. It's like, what a fucked up conflict that was.
If Lyndon B. Johnson hadn't done that, then he'd be remembered a lot better.
Probably so, yeah. If he wasn't behind all of that nonsense or most of that nonsense.
Yeah, that was the one shitty thing about that movie, is they made him look like he was just fucking like, I don't know what's happening, I'm just listening to McNamara.
Yeah, they really had to gloss it over for that movie. McNamara had to be the boogeyman on that one. Yeah, Vietnam started during Kennedy's term, it did.
But it escalated.
Massively escalated during the Johnson administration, yes.
Oh, we're gonna retaliate against an attack that probably didn't actually happen.
Yeah. You just don't lead them so much. Ain't war hell? That fucking movie is so fucked up.
He did make the best political ad in history, though.
Yeah. Dude, that fucking, like... There's an ad... Oh, shit. Hold up. Target of opportunity. Sorry. Oh, goddamn. Safety off. Tango down.
Yeah, I can pull up the thing and see if they can see it, maybe.
What?
The ad.
Oh, yeah, Yeah, you should pull it up. I'll see if I can play it for them.
Yeah.
Dude, this ad is fucking no joke.
Yeah.
Can you full screen it?
Yeah.
All right, see if you guys can fucking see this shit.
Congress in Washington, D.C.
Hold up, let me put down my gun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 8, 9, 9.
'These are the stakes. To make a world in which all of God's children can live, or to go into the dark. We must either love each other, or we must die.
Vote for President Johnson on November 3rd. The stakes are too high for you to stay home.
Back when political ads had balls. Holy fuck, what was that? It only ran once.
That's all you needed.
Yep. It ran one time. Yeah, he won in a massive landslide. We must either love each other or we must die. Holy fuck. All right, bro. Yeah, I mean, it was an anti-Barry Goldwater ad, of course. He was running against Barry Goldwater, but I'm just telling, I've never seen a political ad like that.
Like, I thought it was fake at first, like they just invented it for the movie or something.
No, I remembered that it was real, but I hadn't seen it. I remembered reading about the nuke ad. I guess that means fear really is an ancient tactic. Oh, you think? You think fear makes people in a fucking society pliable and likely to go along with the fucking program? You think that might have something to it? I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, he won that election in a landslide, yes. He did. Thank you for repeating what I just said. Yeah, we went from the only thing we have to fear is fear itself to we either love each other or the nukes are gonna fall. Your choice. Vote for me. Well, that's all it took. The politics of anti-fear died when the magic bullet did a fucking 360 and went into Kennedy's head.
There he is.
Ha! The Red Baron. Ah, you bastard. Fucking just about to pull it, too.
There he be. He's right there.
Oh, it is? Where? Oh, okay. Red Baron down. I don't know, man. We can get into the fucking Kennedy shit. I really don't want to, though. I don't know why Kennedy was assassinated. I really don't. I think it's probably had maybe something to do with him not wanting to go along with whatever the program was, but I have no proof of that one way or the other.
Americans.
Yeah. No, it really is a rabbit hole.
We got the salty table now.
There's salt sprinkled all over everything out here. You can tell that the salt war has been raging for a few days now, but casualties are high on the enemy side. I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence. I think he was. I really don't know who it was, what done it, but I think that the available fucking information on Kennedy points pretty heavily to the fact that he was not killed by Lee Harvey Oswald. Who he was killed by is anybody's guess at that point. I would say it would probably take some kind of element within the government to do it. But then we're already fucking making assumptions. We're already going down the fucking conspiracy rabbit hole at that point. It wasn't really Lee Harvey Oswald. No, it wasn't. The Bill Hicks bit. You can actually go to the book repository in Dallas, and it looks just like it did on that day when Kennedy was assassinated, because Lee Harvey Oswald isn't fucking there. I mean, like, I really don't know. I don't know, Phoebes. Conspiracy is, it's something you just have to be careful about personally, because it's like, it could happen. It has happened, but it doesn't mean it did happen. You know? And that's where it becomes wishy-washy. I mean, if it's true that some element of the government had Kennedy assassinated, our government has every impetus to never tell us about that. Right? I mean, Lee Harvey Oswald was a CIA agent, bro. Do you need to know anything else? Like, do you need to know anything else about this other than that Lee Harvey Oswald was a fucking CIA op? A literal CIA operative doing deep cover anti-communist work. He actually defected to Russia and then was allowed right back in the United States because he had that State Department ID. And this is the dude that supposedly killed Kennedy. Tell me another one. Yeah, he was a spook. For who? Nobody really knows, I guess. But Lee Harvey Oswald was a spy. And that's not part of the official story. The official story is he's just a disgruntled guy that decided he was going to take a pop shot at the president and actually got one off. Yeah, and then before he can come to trial, he gets killed by a mob figure. Tell me another one, Chief. Yeah, he was a crazy communist. Just happened to be a CIA operative, though. Embedding himself with communist fucking agitator cells and shit. You know, but whatever. Same diff. Yeah, no, I haven't considered doing an episode on the John Birch Society. Yeah, dude defects to Russia and then like 8 months later just shows back up in New York and is let right back in. Try it. You try that. See what happens. But that shit's ancient history. And let's just say that all that was a fucking big conspiracy. Some intergovernmental conspiracy to get rid of a president that wasn't playing along. It happened in the 60s. It's 2021. Think about the type of fucking shit that's going on now. Think about the type of shit that is just painted up for you to manufacture your consent. Yeehaw! When was it figured out that the culprit wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald? According to the official story, it was never figured out. Although the shots that Lee Harvey Oswald made are completely impossible. Like physically impossible from the angle he was at. Still the official story. Lee Harvey Oswald got off 3 rounds with a bolt-action rifle on a moving target and hit 2. One of the bullets passed through, I think, the shoulder or the lower leg. I think it was the lower leg of one of the special Secret Service agents sitting in the front seat. Did a 180 and lodged itself in fucking Kennedy's head. Magic bullet. Fucking rabbit hole. See, now we're in it. Now we're in the JFK rabbit hole again. Dude, I don't know, man. Fucking JFK rabbit hole. But Paul, but Puel, hast thou considered the blowfish? Alright, you fuck. There's one left out here. I want him. On the wall? No. Where you at, buddy? Buzz me again. The gun is effective. All right, I gotta go. I gotta get ready to work and shit. I'll see you guys later. Bye.